There's still life in Zombieland 2 after all. On a recent episode of the Q&A podcast, Deadpool screenwriter Rhett Reese revealed some details about the long-in-development sequel to the 2009 hit from Sony Pictures. He had this to say on the podcast. It's actually still in development at Sony. They've had a couple writers take a crack at it. We're still exec producers, and we're guiding and helping where we can. And I think there's still very much talk about it, but I think it has to be right. I think all the actors and original Zombieland director Ruben Fleischer all feel like there's no reason to do it again if we're not getting it exactly right. Christian, buy or sell Zombieland 2 making it to the big screen based on these comments?
Nah, I sell it. We talked about this on Mailbag the other day, Dennis and I just, this is kind of the same comments that they've been saying. Yeah, there's ideas behind it. That they did that one pilot, I think it was for Amazon, and it didn't work. It's starting to become a little too late, I think, to do a second one. I loved the first one. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't know if we're ever going to see the second one come to the screen, though.
Yeah, I sell it as of right now. It's a bummer because I really enjoyed the first Zombieland, one of the best cameos I've ever seen. And in addition to that, it was a fun story, and I'd like to see more adventures in this universe. But, you know, Christian, it's funny because you and I were talking to somebody in the know as far as production of movies goes yesterday, and they made the point that sometimes whether you're talking about a horror movie like The Strangers 2 or even talking about Zombieland 2, it's incumbent upon studios to make sure that everybody knows they have these movies that are on the slate, that are about to be released, whether they're actually ever going to be in production or not. It looks good for all your shareholders and everything else to see, oh, look at all these movies they have in the pipeline. So unfortunately right now, I don't have enough solid ground to stand on to say, yeah, there's definitely going to be a Zombieland 2. Love to see it. Just from this report, I can't buy it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the excitement of seeing Zombieland 2 is gone for me. I mean, I think I love the first film, and if they just popped off another Zombieland a year or two or even 3 years later, that would have been great. They did a pilot for a series like 2 years ago. That's already like 8 years after the movie came out. I don't even remember when the movie came out. How many years ago did Zombieland come out?
2009, I believe.
2009.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I really loved it, but there's so many other zombie projects now, zombie series that are out. I mean, there's like 2 different Walking Dead television shows. I don't know. I just feel like Zombieland 2, even if they announce it and they're like, we're shooting it next week, I'd be like, all right, cool. I guess I'll see it when it comes out. There's zero excitement for me.
There is a lot. We're really inundated with zombies.
Yeah,
like both in serious kind of stuff like Walking Dead and then also like a Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse or Shaun of the Dead, stuff like that. There's just a lot of zombie art floating around there. Maybe Zombieland 2 gets made. We just can't buy it yet.
Yep.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.